I had tried everything. I attempted to commit suicide twice. In the clinics, it was mostly talking about why are we sad? Why are we sad? Why are we sad? Honestly, I don't give a fuck what brought me to this sad sack of shit. I just want to move on. In Club Closer, learning about responsibility for my own life was a huge
100%
factor
ownership, right?
in changing that. If I decide to think positively about everything, my day is going to be great.
Good morning. This whole vlogging thing is new to me, but I'm gonna give it my best shot. I'm currently on the way to the airport, heading to Amsterdam to see Matias, who was one of my first Club Closer students. He joined about 14 months ago now, and he's absolutely killing it. So gonna go catch up with him, along with all the other guys that I work with. Noah, they've just moved into a new place in The Hague. So I thought it'd be cool to go and get a few words from Matias around how he kind of managed to scale up to, honestly, I think around 30k a month as a high ticket closer. So yeah, come along.
I didn't come this far just to come this far and not be happy. Okay.
So, what would you recommend we show him in The Hague? Marcus, what do you like?
Not a lot.
There's actually a place called Madurodam, where it's like a miniature the Netherlands.
How does that work?
So there's like everything is small. It's just a miniature of the Netherlands.
Like a model village? You made of Lego?
Not made of Lego.
Not interested. We feel awkward.
This is a guy. You didn't say anything.
I don't know what I'm doing either, bro.
This was from day 20, and this was day 56 of In Club Closer. Yeah, I used to be a bit of a...
You still are, bro.
Weird guy. I don't know why also...
Are you making any money at this point?
Yeah, I was making good money. On day 56, I was doing like, I think 8k months.
On day 56?
Yeah. I did pretty fast. This is MTV Cribs. Welcome to the house. I'm
The Hague house.
Matty G, rapper from the UK. Real rapper, actually.
So, do you remember when you bought these?
The big cigars, of course.
For when we hit 100 students.
Hey!
We've now hit a few more.
160, yeah.
Yeah, we're way past that. There
Thank you, boss. Let's see. €37 per cigar. They should be good. Look, they're wrapped in the plastic. We're all good. All right, now we're gonna cut to Noah puking from the cigar.
For a setup,
Come on.
you've got like the sickest setup.
Which setter has this type of office?
What's your favourite bit about the office?
I would say this. You know, you got an astronaut. You can fly as high as you want, and you got the ladder. It's us.
When I was in therapy, we all had to make something meaningful for ourselves, and we were allowed to make like anything. And everybody was making something about their questionable love and this and that. But Noah, myself, and two of our really good friends had a group called The Ladder, where we're like, all right, we're gonna make a shit ton of money and we're gonna make the most out of our lives. And yeah, everybody was making all these emotional things, and we became The Ladder for the boys.
So, sat here with Matias, one of my first students inside Club Closer. Joined around, 14 months ago?
I joined on the 30th of September, 1st of October.
So yeah, around 14 months ago,
Yeah.
I think.
13, yeah.
13 months ago. And you've kind of gone, like, well, I guess, summarize it. What have you done in the last 14 months?
Oh, so much. It's been, such a big journey that it's difficult to explain everything in one quick go. But I'd say when I started out at Club Closer 13 months ago, I was in a clinic for my mental health. It wasn't that well. I had quit university to go to that clinic for my mental health. And at the clinic, while I was there, I had a friend that would call me every day. His name's Lucas. So thank you, Lucas. But he would call me every day and say, what are you doing with your life? What are you doing with your life? What are you doing with your life? You quit uni, you're not working, you're not doing anything. You're just being a little pathetic.
I didn't even know this.
Feeling sorry for yourself. And it's time to make a change in your life. And then you messaged me on Instagram And I remember thinking, who the fuck is this guy messaging me on Instagram? Sorry for the language. I don't know if that's bad.
I think it's fine.
But who is this guy? What does he want? You asked me if I had an agency. I didn't even know what an agency was. And we got to chat. We got to know each other a little bit. We hopped on a call. And you asked me, you told me you should become a closer. I think that's the right step for you to make. And I remember talking with Lucas, like, this feels right. I trust this guy from the UK that's telling me to join his club. I don't know why. He seems nice. I think I should do it. And he said, as long as you stop being a pathetic loser, fucking do it. And so I started.
Hello, Lucas.
I started joining. Then I joined Club Closer.
What's up, guys? Hope you're having a good weekend. Around 1 week until Club Closer goes live and you gain access. Really excited to help scale you guys up to 10k a month, being a high ticket closer.
One of the first 10 students. And I remember messaging you because I had joined before it actually opened. I remember messaging you. I want to get hired in this amount of days because we have a challenge with our friends group with Lucas, Noah, and Alex. Alex is also in Club Closer. That we had to make 1K within 10 days to kind of like prove to ourselves that we're completely in charge of how much money we make. Money is endless. There's many ways to make money. So I told you I have to get a job offer right now. So I messaged you again. I want to already get a job.
Yeah, I remember you wanted to get started before. So like Club Closer hadn't launched. I had the concept, I had the business idea, and then I pre-sold it to kind of gauge interest. You bought into the pre-sale. I hadn't even finished building the product.
Yeah.
And you were like, how do I do it now? I was like, well, let me finish. But we gave you some advice over Messenger. We went messaging back and forth.
This is the number one thing we're going to do for you. And then you're going to learn sales, which is kind of a bit weird considering you haven't gone through the course yet. But you got the confidence. I'm happy to help you. And you're going to do that using Facebook. So I've literally just pulled up this, pulled up my Facebook, right? And I'm in a bunch of these groups. And as you can see here, like there's a vacancy already. So I recommend this high ticket ninjas, closers, influencers, and lead generation is quite a good group. This job isn't for a closer, but I want to show it to you anyway because it might be something you can jump on right away. Doesn't look like you need any experience, and you could make your 1K pretty quickly.
And I actually got hired by an offer before Club Closer opened. It wasn't a great offer. It was terrible, but you taught me so much about mindset throughout my journey in Club Closer. So it was really good for me as well to kind of learn there's also terrible offers in this space. There's lots of terrible offers in this space.
Yeah, you got to learn how to navigate it.
Yeah.
But I think it's good that you actually went through a load of crap offers to begin with, because I think you then learn from doing way more than just like if you got on a perfect offer, you wouldn't appreciate how good it is or how to actually use it more to make even more money, as opposed to you kind of eat shit for a bit and you're like, okay, this is good. Let me run with this and let me double down on it.
But I also enjoyed eating the shit. I had a great time with everything because I had a sense of purpose in my life. And although nobody had actually achieved any success yet.
Yeah, we had no results at that point. We just launched.
But everybody was so pumped. It was a brotherhood of guys all coming together to, with the same ideas, same concept of wanting to make the most out of their life. And I think in a lot of friends groups, you must have this as well, where it's like there's one guy, probably yourself, that sees that there's bigger things in the world that they can achieve, and they want to do that with their friends, but their friends don't open their eyes to do the same. They might want the same, kind of, but they don't actually turn it into action. And then being surrounded by those guys that want the same and do the same is really nice.
It's like if you don't surround yourself with people that are doing big things, you kind of limit yourself. It's like that analogy of like crabs in a bucket. You know, if you're a crab in a bucket, and a crab on its own in that bucket can easily climb out, but if it's in a bucket with like 4 other crabs, when anyone tries to climb out, they always put each other back, and they always stay in the bucket. So it's just like, exposure to what is possible and what you can achieve. But I guess like fast track forward, like you came in with very little sales experience. You've done a bit of door to door. You've done some cold calling in the past. You knew you wanted to make money online. Summarize the 90 days from when you joined to obviously where you're at, because I think we got a clip of it earlier. You said you hit like 8K in your first 90 days.
Yeah, so I did 10K in my first 90 days. I did 10K.
I don't remember. Was it 10?
Yeah, I definitely did 10K in my first 90 days. I worked my ass off, and I worked for, at one point I worked for 4 offers at the same time, because I would kind of stack my offers and then keep working for the best one. Not saying it's the best strategy, because I saw a lot of closers in Club Closer doing completely different things. But yeah, it's important to see what works best for you, and this was what worked best for me. I then ended up sticking with an American offer that went really well. Was closing 20,000.
Dan, right?
Yeah, Dan. I won't say his last name.
No, that's cool.
I was selling $20,000 ticket price. And at some point, because for a really long time, you're working really, really hard and not really seeing much progress. And then at some point, you just skyrocket. So within a week, I transitioned from being, okay at sales to being like really good. So from calls taking 1.5 hours and me asking you, hey, how can I make them shorter? Us hopping on a call together and fixing that. And closing somebody live in the Discord, like in the community.
I forget you used to do that. You literally take your sales calls and you jump in the Discord voice channel, run the call with like 4 other guys watching you how you close.
People would watch me live close people, and
that's crazy.
I remember finding it so fun to have the gang watching while I was convincing some guy to take 20K out of crypto to invest it in the product I was selling.
That's wild.
Yeah. And then I remember coming to work for CC, which was also a huge growth for my journey, being able to help the guys as well with what I had done. I helped a few guys in CC with showing them what works for me, and that happened to work out for them. But yeah, really getting to be a part of allowing the guys to really succeed was also really
because
cool.
You went from working with Dan, making good money with Dan, and then you got a good opportunity with a guy in the Netherlands market. We don't obviously have to go into names. We are now doing very well with. You also then worked for Club Closer on the side, because obviously we became friends and I wanted you on the team. And then you basically left Club Closer because you were making too much money elsewhere.
Yeah.
Which bittersweet, I would say. But yeah, I guess tell me about that. The most recent thing you're up to.
So after around 3 months or 4 months in Club Closer, I started working for one of the biggest e-com coaches in the Netherlands. Well, the biggest e-com coach in the Netherlands. And we hopped on a call together. And by that time, I had already set up a few sales teams. So also for Dan, I helped set up the sales team, because a lot of these offers are really lacking a lot of
structure.
There's
the sales funnel is a bit questionable.
Well, this is such a new space. There's so little amount of closers in this space yet. So there's just so much opportunity. So this guy asked me if I could set up a sales team.
Because these guys know what they're doing in terms of business.
Yeah.
Or like their specific niche or whatever they're doing, but like they're not actually that great at sales.
Yeah.
So cool, you might be able to be a coach and teach someone how to do something, but you don't actually know the sales side of it. You're not going to make much money. That's why being a closer is so important, and knowing how to sell is so important, because you bring a valuable skill to these businesses, as you kind of learn.
But also sales is everything. Marketing in essence is also sales. A lot of business comes down to sales. And the team that was doing the sales before I set up the in-house team was an outsourced team. And I can't share what that team did, but we've been able to do at least 8 times more now than what that previous team did. I'm now earning around over 20K a month running this team.
As sales manager. So like, just to be clear, like Matias has gone from taking sales calls, closing himself, to now you haven't jumped on a sales call in a while, right?
I haven't jumped on a sales call myself in, I'd say, 5 months now.
Last 5 months, not taking a single sales call, you just manages a sales team. And you get paid obviously in comparison to how your team does, right?
Yeah, and if anybody from my sales team watches this, it's the best sales team in the Netherlands. They are absolute power units, work really hard. I love them to bits. They're incredible team to work with.
Won't talk about how you got the job. No, we don't have to cover that.
Nah.
No, we don't have to cover that. Sweet. I guess like my favorite thing about your whole story is obviously the mental health side of things. Like when we first started working together, you were going to a clinic 3 days a week. I remember taking calls with you and you were sat in a taxi, driving to these health clinics. And now I remember the conversation pretty vividly, discussing with you whether you should continue going or not. And I remember you deciding not to, and you haven't gone back since, right?
Yeah. And I remember you checking in a few times as well. Do you think it was the right decision? Do you think it was the right decision? Because I think you care a lot about the guys in CC, maybe too much sometimes, but
yeah, maybe too much.
I'd say it really has been the right decision. I've never felt better in my life, and have never felt more.
What, like, aside from CC right now, why do you think that is?
Mindset is everything in life. So what Club Closer allowed me to do more than learning sales, more than being part of a brotherhood, was fix my mindset. I had gone to different clinics, different therapists, and different all sorts of things. At some point, I was in a room holding metal sticks to make my energies better. I had tried everything, and I had attempted to commit suicide twice. I had gone to emergency rooms. I was held in, like, if you try to commit suicide, the ambulance takes you into, like, they lock you in a crazy person room. So for me, there was really like, I have to find happiness in my life or it's going to end. And I was the one that wasn't allowing myself to be happy, and I couldn't see that. So in Club Closer, learning about responsibility for my own life was a huge factor
ownership, right?
in changing that. Because if I wake up in the day and think, I have to get out of bed, and I have to go to groceries, and everything in my head, I make everything difficult, my whole day is going to suck. But if I decide to think positively about everything, my day is going to be great. And
you decide to think, like, to take the right action that is going to better yourself moving forward, and it just compounds.
Yeah.
I think it's just, again, I think the purpose for you is a big one as well. Actually giving yourself purpose to work on something. Because I feel like whenever you're like a 9-to-5 environment, or you're around people that are doing kind of the same thing, same monotonous thing, you never actually like lift your head up and look around and think like, okay, well, what can I do here? Yeah. And maybe it was the same in like the health clinics. Yeah. Everyone's in the same boat. No one's really thinking, okay, what can we do? What can we achieve? Okay, there is a person that is happy and is living with purpose. Let's emulate them, you know? And it's looking further and thinking, okay, instead of being like, oh, that guy's so happy, like, fuck him. Wow, how does he get to deserve to be happy, or have all this money or whatever?
Yeah, in the clinics, it was mostly just talking about, why are we sad? Why are we sad? Why are we sad? What
just
brought
a negative spiral, right?
What brought us to here? What brought us to here? What brought us here? Honestly, I don't give a fuck what brought me to this sad sack of shit. I just want to move on.
Yeah, how do we get out of it? How do we not be a sad sack of shit?
Yeah.
No, it's sick. You've actually come such a long way. Cool, man. Well, like, we'll end on this then. What's your number one bit of advice? Obviously, your story is very unique. You've had a lot of success. Obviously, you've been through a lot of hardship with it too, which I think is amazing. What's your one bit of advice for anyone that's kind of looking to come into the space?
A lot of people try to take really big steps when they haven't taken any steps in a long time. So being able to take a small step gives you a lot, because if you take one small step every day, you're going to get really big results. This is one thing I had to work on a lot. It was patience. If you can improve by 5% a day, you will have improved by 100% in just 14 days. You will have improved by 1,000% in just 49 days. So, if you think that this might be something for you, you don't have to throw yourself in the deep end right away. You can start as simple, just, shoot Marcus a message on Instagram and just start a conversation, or talk with your friends about it. But just doing something small, and doing something small every day is going to be a lot more useful than make a huge plan of all the 100 things you are now going to do every day.
Make 100K tomorrow. That's what you see a lot of, though, is like people want to make instant money quickly. Yeah. They want to make 10K a month yesterday. It's like, well, man, you have no skills. You don't know anything yet. How can you expect for that to happen? Like, if you just take the time and take a few months to kind of just, eat shit or just do the work, you'll get there. Yeah. But it's not going to come overnight.
And one more thing, don't delay it. So if you know about yourself that you want to take action, don't delay it, because when you plan today for tomorrow, or do today, but don't do it in 2 weeks,
Yeah.
So
Take action now.
take action now. So
When you
that-
think you should do something, do it instead of just sitting there. And,
one thing that the video I really like is it is about sales, but I think it's about life as well. When there's a storm coming, you have to be like buffalo.
When buffaloes see a storm approaching, they walk right into it instead of away from it. They do this because they know walking into the storm will make it pass way quicker. It's genius, but most salespeople do the opposite. Rather than getting to the root of the prospect's objections by tackling them head on, they walk away from the storm and deflect. And in doing so, they ruin their chances of seeing the sunlight. In this case, it's getting the sale. They allow the objection to hang over them like a storm cloud, when it's better to handle the objection by attacking it head on, by going deep into the eye of the storm and asking your prospects the right questions.
They head straight in through the storm.
yeah.
Because you're going to get through it quicker. And the longer you delay, you're just going to stay in this shitstorm of a life forever.
Yeah, you
And you
continue
might-
moving with it.
You
As
might,
opposed to storming through it.
you might never get out of it.
Yeah. Yeah, buffalo.
Be a buffalo.
Sweet. We'll end it there. Cheers, bro. Probably actually worth introducing you, Noah. So Noah is Matias's best friend. Yeah, so Noah, no idea about the online space, no idea about anything. He was working watchmaking. And yeah, Matias has obviously joined us at Club Closer.
Yeah, he got me into this.
And then Noah was like, yeah, I want a bit of that.
Yeah.
So Noah basically became an appointment setter for me. Well, yeah, a year ago now, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, quit school, quit watchmaking, and yeah, I've been killing it ever since.
Full time in. Just
Full
went
time.
on. Yeah, man.
Sick.
Just gotta burn the boat sometimes.
Burn the boats, and now look where you live, bro. Go on then, give us the office tour.
Quick office tour. This is my great-great-grandfather, Willem Hendrik van Oranje. You've got
Dutch.
my great-grandfather and another great-grandfather. Those two great-grandfathers both fought in the Second World War and earned their Dutch version of the Purple Heart for their acts of bravery. So every time, this guy was also Big G, but that's a long story. But every time I like to look back at all the top G's of the family to make sure I keep working hard. So
Yeah, this is actually kind of interesting.
before, well, actually now, everybody focuses on financial freedom, financial freedom, financial freedom. Back in the day, it was such a luxury to have just a job that it says working freedom. So I'm assuming this is an ironsmith standing there, proud, for the work. So I like to relate myself to, I see work and freedom, I see work as part of my freedom, because with the work that I do, I enjoy what I do and I want to do every day.
Yes, sir.
One thing that that everybody should do is invest in a standing table.
Bro, be honest with me, how many times do you actually stand up?
You should, especially if you're into closing, working behind your laptop all day. It's good to move around.
Will you get a bad back?
Honestly, sir, I've never played street chess, but here we are.
All right, wait. What does the loser have to do tomorrow?
1 hour of running.
No, because you want to do that anyways. You want to do that anyways. It has to be something we both don't want to do. It has to be something we both don't want to do.
2 hours of running.
2 hours of running. See you tomorrow. Is it bad?
Maar wat jullie gewoon tandpasta laten eten.
Ik heb dat een beetje proeft.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's salty.
Ooh, that kind of tastes like shit. Why'd you sell this?
This is toothpaste.
Why not Colgate?
Colgate?
All right, Marcus. So
Where we going? What we doing?
we're going to Game Stay. We're gonna go there for like 15 minutes. We're gonna play an arcade game. I'm going to beat you because I'm better at
Just
any
like you
game.
beat me at chess.
Yeah. You get to pick the game. You get to pick the game.
All right.
And I get to pick the forfeit.
Okay. All right.
Okay, forfeit.
Cool. We'll see you there. All
right, see you there.
That's real.
Wholesome activities.
But now I'm giving house tours.
I think Matias would really like to go with that. Can you have a go?
Oh yeah, can I do it for the video?
You want to do it?
Yeah, for the video?
Go on.
Alright. So this is...
You're burning it, bro.
It's now about time to say you've got mental health.
Oh my god.
Scary.
Who's ready for a fireworks show? Oh no, don't. Anyways, go. Woo! I had a sick day with the boys. Obviously, hung out with Matias and did some work. Then went for dinner, which was good. Now we're just gonna head back to their house, do a bit more work, catch up a bit more with them, and then yeah, fly home later on this afternoon.
This is like really nice. Also, it kind of sucks because it's raining. But I mean, you just
All right, lads, where are we going?
breakfast. I think you're filming.
I am.
We're going for breakfast.
No, I was booked a few calls, so I said I'd get breakfast. Am I getting breakfast?
Absolutely fucking not.
Fuck.
You booked any calls?
I haven't booked any calls.
Closed any calls?
I haven't closed any calls.
No breakfast. Did you get that on camera?
Do you want to make $10,000 in a month? You just need to know the right questions.
We are now heading home, back to London, leaving these guys here. Thanks for having me.
Of course.
Thanks for being hospitable. You not so much. The next part of the vlog is us three in South Africa. Yeah, next time we'll see each other is in Cape Town. In like what, 2 months? Less than. No less? Less than.
Click in the link in the bio if you want to make 20K a month.
Like you.
Woo.
I don't think anybody believes
I wouldn't believe it either, bro.
Yeah, he had like green hair or something.
That's the fucking issue.
It is, 100% true.
If you have green hair, you're not allowed on CC.
Even though it is our color.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, if you have any other, if you have purple hair, you're not allowed on CC. Green's okay. Purple, no.
This is purple.
Alright, boys.
Peace out, brother.
See you later.
Finally, fucking hell, dude. Holy shit. You wouldn't fuck off. Oh my god.
You gonna fire me? That's